I am getting texts like crazy from my fellow Michigan Wolverines saying, is Jim Harbaugh leaving us? Like, I know. You know who? You know, there's one person who knows.
Yeah.
One single soul who knows, and that person is named Jim Harbaugh. I have no idea. So stop texting me because I don't know. And you know who doesn't know?
You got him in there, Rich.
Everybody else doesn't know.
Connection.
Now, I know Bruce Feldman, our frequent guest here from The Athletic and Fox Sports, he co-wrote a story on The Athletic that really put this on everybody's radar screen yesterday, that Harbaugh, according to a close source, is ready to take an NFL job if offered. So it's just like any NFL job, he'll take it? Is that what I read the story. So immediately, of course, I paged Bruce to the studio. He was supposed to be on today. He had a previous commitment and obviously the story of the day and the circumstances of last night's game would have pushed him to tomorrow's show anyway. And he's coming in because I got questions for him. And I just find it hard to believe. I find it hard to believe that Harbaugh would just take any NFL job, regardless of other circumstances. Like, does he get to shop for the groceries? Like, what does the draft situation look like? Like, how do I get along with the owner? And does the owner have a personality that would get along with me? Do I get to speak directly to said owner? How is this going to be different to anything that rankled me in San Francisco? So he'll just take any job. Doesn't matter. If it's offered to him, he's gone. As if what he's built over the last couple of years means nothing. He's so done with it. And all of the psychoanalysis that, you know, you hear he's like done with college football, the NIL this and the NIL that. And
that wouldn't surprise you, though, would it?
Yeah, it would, because he seems to be doing just fine with it. It would. Now, would it surprise me that he doesn't like his current contract with Michigan? Not at all.
Well, he took less, remember?
Not at all. What if he thinks like, okay, I've now, like, who's gone to back-to-back college football championships? Let's take note. There's Kirby Smart, and there's him.
That's it. That's the list.
That's your list. That's your list. And, man, it would have been great if that was the matchup of coaches coming up on Monday night here in Los Angeles. But that's the list. So does he want more money? Would you blame him?
No.
Would you blame him for letting it be known everything that he said about I'm coming back to coach the Michigan Wolverines and I've closed the door in the NFL and I'm sticking around? Would it surprise you that he wouldn't be out there tamping all of this stuff down if he is in fact talking to the University of Michigan? I'm not saying that I know that he's doing that. I just find it hard to believe that he will indiscriminately take any NFL job that's offered to him and pitch what he's done at the University of Michigan after all this time, after he's gotten the program to where it is. I find that just difficult to believe. And then the ones where they're just like, well, Denver is one because Denver's new Walton, family owner has went to grad school in Stanford, and Condoleezza Rice helped Stanford find Jim's successor, and she's involved in the process. And so that makes sense. And Denver has a job opening. And I just find it hard to believe, in my mind, again, that if George Payton is still there, Jim would just be willing to go and say, yeah, you could still be the general manager. I'll be the coach, and I'll leave Michigan to hook my wagon up to a 34-year-old Russell Wilson with an albatross of a contract and no first and second round pick in next year's draft. That's exactly the NFL situation I've been looking for. So thank you for bestowing this opportunity upon me, because I hate my current situation so bad and can no longer coach in the current college football construct that I have actually dominated, with the exception of a couple of days in the last 2 years. This is exactly what I want. So, yes. Now you're also hearing Carolina's reached out to him.
Yeah.
Which would be interesting because his current contract with Michigan apparently includes a clause that if he has contact with an NFL team and he doesn't inform Michigan of it, all holy heck breaks loose on guaranteed money and things like that.
Yeah, the Fox Charlotte is reporting that it was just a conversation.
Just a chat.
With David Tepper.
Just a chat. Hey, David, what are you up to? How you doing? Man, that Sam Darnold looks so great. Can I coach him, please?
Is that do you have a transcript? Is that official?
I don't know. I mean, come on.
Okay.
To me, if he does want to go back to the NFL, he knows I got to have an owner that I can talk to and believes in me and I believe in him. I got to be able to be in charge of who's on the team. Like I've got my own. He's going to have to bring his own player personnel guy. And I got to have a quarterback that is either there or I'm in a position to draft that I like a lot. I mean, you look at Carolina's draft position in this draft right now.
9th.
Okay. It's not like, say, an opportunity that Urban Meyer had and totally blew.
This is not about Urban Meyer in Michigan and Ohio State.
No, it's about the opportunity that Urban had, which is I'm joining a team with an owner that's not going anywhere. I'm joining a team that's about to draft one of the most generationally talented players in college football, universally believed to be as such. I'm guaranteed to get that player, and I'm going to make a poop ton of money because the owner who I've met and I like, who has chosen me, is insanely wealthy. That's the type of opportunity. And the only thing that Jim wouldn't want there is Trent Baalke being there. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm just pointing all of this stuff out as to and again, Bruce is going to come in and give me a little bit more information tomorrow if conditions warrant. And it's appropriate to have him in tomorrow. I find it hard to believe, like, I'm just so done here. All I got to do is just get the offer and I'm out of here. Because that's what it looked like, right? From the article.
That's how it sounded, yeah. Colts have the 5th pick. Cardinals, maybe? What about Jim and Kyler Murray? I know that's not open, but
I don't.
There's been some talk.
That is not. Again,
might just,
that's the whole point of this is that we don't know, and it's entirely possible, as we're talking right now, that Week 18 might not be done by this weekend.
Right.
Let's be honest, and so it is quite a story to sit there and believe that he's going to go regardless, because that's all he wants is an NFL job. Really? And if he does leave, you know what? He leaves the program on such a high note. Because that's the other thing, too, is like, what would you think if he leaves? If he leaves, that means he doesn't want to be there anymore. It would be a shame. It would be hurtful. If that's the way he feels. I'd love to see this finish up with him winning a national championship. The kids who he's put together in this program are insanely talented. They're very talented. And they're going to get better next year. But if he doesn't want to be there, then all well and good. And I'm not going to take the cheese of, like, does this happen every year? Do we have to do the drama every year? Yeah. Because I think that's what you get when you get Jim Harbaugh involved. That's it. This is what you get. and I'm there. And if we got to go with the ups and downs, and last year, remember, he was talking to the Vikings on National Signing Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
And
weird.
I sat there and I thought to myself, damn it.
Yeah.
After finally beating Ohio State and getting to the college football playoffs for the first time, he's going to go and follow this up by losing both coordinators and talking to the Vikings on National Signing Day. And who the hell are we going to get to come to the program? And how are we going to – this is how we're following up this season? And he went 13-0. So I'm not going to sweat it. Honestly, not going to sweat it. But I just find it hard to believe it's just any job, he's out. Somebody just has to just give him a wink, and he'll just go running.
I mean, I'll coach the Broncos.
Would you take the Colts gig?
5th pick, good roster, good young players on offense and defense. I think I would. It's a winnable division, too. That's why,
you would leave the University of Michigan program after building. You would take that job.
If I want to coach in the NFL.
He could sit there for the rest of his days, and by the way, use this as leverage, and then.
But he probably wants to win a Super Bowl.
Maybe so. And if he does, then I hope he does.
Yeah.
I have nothing but affinity for this guy, truly. As I'm sitting here.
You helped get him the job.
Yeah,
You did.
I did. You know what? I was pounding. That was literally what we came on the air in 2014, and I started pounding the table, and people were like, "Give up, Rich. He's not leaving the Niners, and if he's not leaving the Niners, he's going to go to the Raiders. If he doesn't go to the Raiders, he's not going to Michigan. He's not going to college." And I left the light on for him. So yeah, I'll take credit.
Yeah, well, you should.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.